YouTube, what's going on, guys? Today it is May 10th, 2024. TA rank seasons events, BR, the whole shebang, all dropped today, all at once. And we went over all the content in a slight glance over just everything very topically. We didn't go really fully in depth into TA, but that's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna go through. I'm gonna give my ranking of each and every TA card. What I think, well, at least what I think about them, I should say. But I'm going to give you the best card from each division. In my opinion, it doesn't really matter, but just people like to know, and I like to tell you guys. So we'll start with the Easts, AL East. Loaded division here. First up, Brian Roberts. An incredible card who plays second and shortstop really well. Not much of a base stealer, but he runs really, really well. Just in general, plays great defense, great swing, great stats overall. And he's going to play really well, too, as Dead Red. It'll help with that power, those power numbers. If you like Brian Roberts, you'll like this card. Wade Boggs. I mean, if you know about Wade Boggs, you know about Wade Boggs, man. I mean, he hits, and the power numbers don't look like they're there, but they're there. Trust me. DJ Lama Lululemon, and his numbers are incredible. Offensively and defensively, he's just slow. A really weirdly good card. If you like his swing, he's going to be the guy for you. He's not particularly my type of player, but he's a lot better than I thought he was going to be. Brad Miller, my vote for the second best card in the entire drop, but arguably the best swing in the whole drop. I love this card. His stats are incredible. He's a power hitter versus righties, even with the 109 contact. Plays everywhere, plays all those positions pretty damn well. He'll be a really solid second, third baseman, and obviously first baseman. Shortstop, he honestly isn't even that bad either. P3 is a gold, so it's really not even that bad. And he's got a fantastic swing. He's carried me through so many of these things already. I mean, I'll show from stream. I'll try and get the highlight of it. Literally, his extreme moment took me 2 at-bats. He's incredible. The best pick in the pack, right? I'll spoil it. Tom Hankey, who's, if you like Hankey cards, he's here. He's not going to really knock your socks off. The substitute teacher himself. Now, you might think Brian Roberts, because a switch hitter, all this stuff. Yeah, he's great on the switch hitter team. I get it. Brad Miller fits the lefty team, which is really good for him. And on top of that, he just plays all these different positions. I think his versatility plus his swing and the power and all the way around makes him the best card. I really do. I think Brian Roberts is great, but I think I took Brad Miller first, which is what I did. I think he's the best. Next up, NL East. Tom Glavine, who weirdly in the moments you face him, he is on the Mets. But sinker, changeup, sweeping curve, slider, cutter, all with great control and break. The per nines are not bad at all. They're quite balanced. The only thing about him that's kind of buns is his pitch and clutch being that low, because his per nine is 99, which isn't that terrible. Plus, he does fit the lefty boost, which makes him even better. Still really solid pitcher, but the clutch is a little bit low. But it's okay. Sandy Alcantara, primary circle change with incredible control numbers and great breaks too. Outlier too for the sinker, but low K per 9 is going to be a bit of a problem, and I'll explain why. Not being a strikeout guy isn't a problem, really. It's not. But in this game, it doesn't really just equate to that. That means a lot more foul balls. If you generate bad contact, it's not like you'll get ground balls and stuff in this game or pop-ups. There's going to be foul balls. We all know this. So that's why it doesn't really work as well. That being said, he'll still pitch really well for you for the most part, and hard slider is very nice. Definitely slept on. I like Sandy. Gary Carter. The numbers are pretty average, I'll be honest. On the Mets team, he's a god. You'll see. I'll show you the numbers. I'll just tell you. He's like basically over 100s each side versus righties. Versus lefties, he's pretty cracked too. He's 100 plus on each. He's insane with max clutch rating on that team. So yeah, there's that. But he plays catcher, first, third, left, and right, which is nice. He's actually quite a defensive maestro here. He's better behind the dish because of the catcher pop time quirk that he has. But he won't be a slouch at third or first base either. Mike Schmidt, he's worse than the Mike Schmidt we saw last year, and doesn't even have shortstop secondary. This card is just here if you're a Phillies fanatic, but at that point, Phillies fans are even sick of seeing him. They just don't do one of the best third basemen of all time that well in this game. For some reason, a lot of other cards, like a Brad Miller or Brian Roberts, they're getting the treatment where they're getting buffed to meet the current meta floor. They're not doing it with Mike Schmidt. He's been left behind. Certain legends just get done dirty. He's one of them. Andre Dawson, who surprised me with his attributes. Quite a good build all the way through and through. Runs pretty well, even can steal a few bags too. He has no quirks, which has to be a mistake. That doesn't seem right. He used to have them. But he's a really solid defender, plus defender. And the bat's pretty decent. He's a pretty good card. If you like Dawson's card, go for him. I'm not a huge Dawson guy because I don't like his swing. Overall, in this program, it's pretty tough. I think the best card's probably going to be Sandy. But I think if you're using the lefty boost, it's Tom Glavine. It's a pretty weak division all the way around. I do like Gary Carter. There are situations where these guys can be good. It's a pretty weak division all the way through and through, though. On to the AL Central. I don't even have a card yet. De facto worst card in the entire drop right here. We'll start that right there. He's the worst card of the entire drop. His numbers, his per nines are all not that terrible until you see 68 velo and generic pitch mix with pitch breaks that are really good, but no. If you pitch Lucas Giolito against me, I'm going to Lucas Gia bend them over. That goes for anybody who sees him. Just not a good card. I don't know why he was the pick. To be honest, he's just not, no one really, no. Cliff Lee, numbers aren't incredible on paper. The controls are. Pitch breaks are pretty good too. But you factor in that he fits the lefty boost, which clearly a lot of these cards are meant to do. They're meant to fit captain's boosts. He'll be a lot better. He carves, he dots. And I know a lot of people love pitching with Cliff Lee. So there's your guy. Alan Trammell, who surprised me because he plays short, second, third, left, and center field. Not right field, but the other two. And quite well, to be honest. I have him in a BR run right now. So we'll see how that goes. If you can get past the swing, he's got the quirks and the stats to play. He's not bad at all. You do your thing. Whit Merrifield, who I don't know who he is dating on the low at SDS, but they love this guy, I guess. Really solid versus lefties. Obviously, the contact versus righties. He's going to be a contact hitter versus righties, but honestly, with max clutch, incredible defense, and he plays everywhere in the field and runs well. I mean, he's legitimately a great position player. Like, he doesn't play short, but he plays second, first, third, and all outfield spots. I mean, insane. He's this good. No quirks, but whatever, man. He's got a great swing, too, so really surprisingly good card. Harmon Killebrew, who's better than I thought he'd be. He's actually a pretty good hitter all the way through and through. I'm not too worried about those contact versus lefties numbers. Good vision rating. Defense isn't really there, but he's got a higher reaction rating than fielding. Decent arm. He's actually not a worst third baseman in the world. He's not terrible at first either. He's a pretty good DH with good quirks. If you like Harmon's swing, he'll kill it for you. The only thing I wish that was different was that they swapped the discipline and clutch ratings. I don't really understand that. 125 discipline doesn't do anything. Just give him the clutch rating instead. Whatever. But overall, best card in the entire pack here. If you're gonna go pitching, go Cliff Lee. If you're gonna go hitting, Whit Merrifield. That's pretty much it. That's it. There's no one who's really clear head and shoulders above. If you want a pitcher, you go Cliff. If you want a hitter, go Whit. In terms of if you want the best, so that's what I go with. That I go with that for that division. So that's AL Central. NL Kerry Wood is exactly the same as every other Kerry Wood card we've ever seen. Low control, high break, high velo, max clutch, good hits per 9 and K per 9, outlier 1. It's Kerry Wood. I mean, what are we doing here? Eric Davis, again, he's been done dirty. He's just useless versus righties. Just throw this guy a slider, righty, low away. He won't hit it. Low vision, low contact, whatever. He's a great all-star card, great BR card, but, you know, he's not turning any heads. He's fun, but that's about it. Robin Yount, who looks like, I think it's Rory from the content team. They're like twins. Him and Alan Trammell are like fighting to see like who does the same exact thing better, but he's a better fielder, I think, a little bit, but a lot slower than we're used to seeing with Robin Yount. Really solid shortstop and a really good left fielder. And that's really about it. Center field, he'll play all right, but he's a little too slow. And if you like his swing, go for it. He is balanced versus righties and a contact hitter versus lefties. Look, man, he's got dead red. If you like his swing, go for it. Not horrible, but he's just Robin Yount. He's like the poster boy for mid. He's just there. Willie Stargell, who they've been doing a little bit better lately. Primary left field, first base. Has a pretty strong arm. Pretty good bat. He's a righty killer. Great clutch. If you like him, go for it, man. If you like him, go for it. I'm not a huge Willie Stargell guy. And then Ryan Ludwig, who we had a whole crash course from C-Brev during the stream talking about how to make this card even better. He fits the lefty boost and the 2000s boost. Both those combined, he's insane. So just take that into consideration. And he's got a very good swing, I think, at least. It's pretty solid. He carried me in one of the BR runs. His gold card did at least. He's got pinch hitter, dead red. He's nice if you like him. Definitely a slept-on card here. Best card in this program. It's tough, man. It's really a tough call here. I'm going to say if you're going to go with a pitcher, Kerry Wood, he's overall probably the best. It's kind of weak. If you're an all-star player, Eric Davis might be the one. Ludwig's fun. This is a tough one. I guess I'll go Kerry Wood, but I'm not really confident in that pick. It's whoever you want at that point. AL West, we got Jeff Bagwell. Stats are good. He's just Jeff Bagwell, man. He's got every quirk in the entire game, and it's just a swing. But if you can get past that swing, he'll be great. He is a contact hitter versus lefties until P2, but whatever. Splitting hairs. If you like Bagwell, he'll be good. But do you like Bagwell? Jim Edmonds, really interesting build here. Center fielder. Again, he's a center fielder who's never going to be a center fielder because he's just too slow in this game. That's just how it is. An excellent left and right fielder and a phenomenal plus first baseman. Power numbers are great versus righties. The vision's weirdly high for Jim Edmonds, and the clutch rating is low. That all being said, he's got great quirks, and he fits the lefties team, and I'm pretty sure the 2000s team as well. Those two factors considered will boost his stats astronomically and make him quite the good pick, so something to consider when deciding who you want here. Blake Trinan. It's Blake Trinan, baby. Incredible stats, great pitch break and velo with outlier one on that sinker. No change piece, but a backdoor cutter could work similarly if you can dot it, but it's going to be tough. But in this meta, you'll make it work. I like Blake Trinan. Edgar Martinez, Boricua King. Edgario from the barrio, baby. Can't argue with these numbers. Third baseman, he's just going to be meh. He's even worse at first base, but he's actually not a primary DH, which is interesting. But he's a DH. Let's be honest. I never understood the primary DH thing, because all that did was make it so any position they had as their secondaries, they got a secondary penalty. It's weird. You're already starting from a deficit because there's no, I mean, fielding rating doesn't contribute to DH, so whatever. All that aside, all the quirks you want in this game, man. All the really good ones. Let's knock my control off my desk. Max contacts, 110 vision, max clutch, crushes lefties. Someone I'm very interested in using here. Very interested in using. Very good card. And Ian Kinsler. Bleh. Bootsy, my boy, what have they done to you? If you're gonna have you have 89 contact versus righties and 92 power, and then 93 contact versus lefties, and only 92 clutch. How do you drop a 99 that has only one offensive attribute above 100? Just one, not vision, not clutch. What? The fielding's great, but he's so pigeonholed. I don't understand this card. He actually could be. If Giolito just poof vanished, he'd be up there. He's gonna play really fine on All-Star and BR, but man, when you give Whit Merrifield these crazy juice treatments, the Escobar card, Brad Miller, all these cards, and then you had Bootsy's card last year, which was bunts. How do you drop this? He's great at second base and he runs pretty well, but he doesn't even play any other secondaries. He's not particularly good at anything offensively. It's just a weird, like. It just makes me scratch my head. Like, they can't build a Tom Seaver card. They can't build an Ian Kinsler card. Why is he's held such a terrible standard? Plus, this is like, I think this is 2011 Ian Kinsler, someone said. When he had a 2008 season or 7 that was incredible, they picked this one. It's just weird, man. It floors me. It absolutely floors me. Overall, back to what we're talking about. Best card in this little pack here. Simple. Pitcher, Trinan. Hitter, Martinez. At that point, it's who you want more. It's really who you want more. But Trinan's going to be someone who really you're going to see a lot in the bullpen. He's very good bullpen help. So there's that. That's AL West on NL West. Eduardo Escobar. He is the pick for me. He is the number one card, I think, in the entire TA drop for what he does. Third, second, and short. No first base, but it's okay. With really solid defense, higher reaction rating than his primary fielding, which is nice. Fielding runs pretty well too. But he's switch hitter in the meta. With switch hitting being so OP. Versus righties, he's actually not insane, but his numbers are really, really good. Lefty, he's a killer. But on the switch hitter team, when you get plus 12 contacts, it wipes away that one-on-one contact versus righties, makes it 113. And he's maxed out versus lefties. And yeah, I mean, with his swing, he's just going to be, in this meta, he's the best. He's the most plug-and-play you take. And he's very versatile. He plays third and second extremely well. He'll play an okay shortstop. Hard to argue with that. CJ Cron, he's honestly not that bad. But he's just, he's very limited. Gary Sheffield, a very interesting take they had on Gary Sheffield. He's got reverse splits out the wazoo. I believe he fits the 2000s team. No, he does not. I don't even know. I'm going to be honest. I don't know. But he is 3 points away, parallel-wise, from being 100 contact versus lefties. And I'd rather him have reverse splits because he crowds the plate versus right. He's tougher to hit. Rather have those numbers there. The clutch rating is good enough, too. And he only plays left and right. Usually they give us a Gary Sheffield that is super versatile because he could play third as well and maybe even shortstop. This one only plays left and right field. So to me, and I'd rather him play right because of that arm strength, but he's a left fielder or a DH. He could be a right fielder, but not really. So for me, the way I look at this, making a guy who's pretty much a known DH, and they've always done this where they make him really just offensive because they know he's going to be a DH, making him like have this weird build like he's going to play the field is strange. I know they want to switch it up a little bit, but to me it's a little odd. Hunter Renfroe, who, 86 clutch rating. Defense is great, but reaction's low with low speed. No first base secondary like some of the Renfroe cards. Like the Captain Renfroe has a first base secondary. I know he didn't play it for the Padres, but who cares? 58 vision. Very unimpressive. If you're a Padres fan, you're pretty pissed off about that, probably. Bry Wilson, who's surprising, but I like a changeup on a guy, and I think he's got J.R. Richards syndrome here, where he's got 2 fastballs that are the same velo, a cutter, and a slider that are around the same. So it's just a weird spread. Just give him a changeup, bro. He's a professional pitcher. You learned that as your second pitch ever as a kid. Give him a changeup, please. That's my TED Talk. Best card in this pack, Eduardo Escobar. It's not even remotely close. Nobody even close. And that's it overall. So we'll recap. Best card, Eduardo Escobar. Honorable mention, Brad Miller. Worst card, Lucas Giolito. Not even close. If I had to pick a second one, worst batter, probably Ian Kinsler. But because he just does nothing well. I don't really know what he does well. So justice for Bootsy. That's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, man. And yeah, I love y'all, man. I'll catch you guys soon, okay? Peace.